Toxic people are a rare breed. And perhaps you're like me and said, well, if they're so rare, why do they always find me? My first advice when dealing with toxic people is to get away, far, far away. But sometimes that isn't possible. Toxic people might be co-workers, current or ex-spouses, or even your mother. When getting away from toxic people is not an option, you will need to establish boundaries to keep from being infected by them. It's vital that you do something to establish boundaries with toxic people because the stress that they cause can affect your health and your mental state in big and harmful ways. But boundaries go beyond just getting away or saying no. Here are 10 ways how to set boundaries with toxic people. 1. Determine what you want. Toxic people can either have extremely charismatic or domineering personalities. And if you're not aware of what you want with regards to the relationship or the situation, they can easily bully you into getting their needs met. It's important to determine what you want before you can begin to stand your ground. Number 2, be direct. Toxic people can't or won't take a hint. They don't care about how you feel, so don't assume that they think like you do. They are not understanding and empathetic. 3, don't dismiss the signs. The first signs that you're dealing with a toxic person are guilt, resentment, and anxiety. These are signs that something is amiss. Do not dismiss or ignore them. 4, master the art of saying no. Boundary violators know that if they persist long enough, they will eventually get what they want. Instead of automatically saying yes, consider saying no right away. You can change your mind later if you choose to. 5, don't bother fighting. Proverbs 26:4 says, don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are. Resist the urge to try to explain yourself or tell them why they are wrong. You will spend all of your energy and get nowhere. 6, stay in the fight. Proverbs 26:5 says, be sure to answer the foolish arguments of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation. This might seem like a contradiction, but there are times when you need to tell the toxic people that they're wrong. The key to doing this right is to keep your emotions in check. Toxic people play on emotions. If your emotions are in check, they become uncomfortable. 7, lean on God's grace. In 2 Corinthians 12:9, Paul was dealing with a thorn in his flesh. Many believe that this thorn was actually people who were sent by Satan to annoy and aggravate him and keep him from his mission. Sound like toxic people to you? It does to me. But despite how many times Paul asked for this thorn to be removed, God said, my grace is enough for you. Lean on God's grace to help you handle these devil-sent individuals. 8, stay focused on the solution. Toxic people love to suck you into the problem and run you around in circles, either to try to prove their point or simply because they find tremendous joy in arguing. Stay focused on finding a solution to the problem, not the problem itself. 9, don't give in to the manipulation. Toxic people are master manipulators. They will use guilt or charisma to manipulate you into their web. If you fight this manipulation, you will keep your sanity every time. Don't give more than you're comfortable giving, and don't worry about the guilt. What you give is never enough for them anyway. Practice self-care. Number 10. If you're tired, hungry, angry, or otherwise suffering from not taking care of yourself, you can become a target that is easy to take down. When you are dealing with toxic people, you need to be ready for battle. Remember that toxic people thrive on toxic relationships and toxic environments. Despite how often they point the finger at others being toxic, they are the ones who can't have healthy relationships. This is not your problem. Setting boundaries with toxic people is crucial to protect your well-being and maintain healthy relationships. By establishing clear boundaries, you empower yourself and create a space that promotes respect and emotional safety.